Hi, I'm Mr. Sneed, and this is Accelerated Math 3, and this is Meet the Teacher Night. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is my grading, uh, the way I weight my grading. So individual tests and projects are 60%, assignments are 25%, and the final exam makes up 15% for a total of 100, assuming I did my math correctly. Homework. So homework is assigned nightly and is due the following day unless it's specified in Google Classroom or on the homework chart that I'll talk about in just a little bit. Sometimes for homework they do notes, sometimes they do worksheets, sometimes Delta Math. So when they are doing notes, the notes are passed out at the start of each chapter in class and are available in Google Classroom for students that are absent in case they missed the day that I passed it out. They can always grab it later, but for that particular, the first one, they can go ahead and print it off if they have the ability to do so. If they don't, they can always write it on another sheet of paper. In order to earn full credit, they need to show the process, not just the final answer to the problems. And then assignments are all checked on a homework chart or an assignment chart that I or my TA initials each day to show that they have completed the assignment. It also has the assigned dates and the due dates, and I'll show you what one looks like right here. So this is a particular student's, and you'll see on it the assigned date, the due date, what the assignment is. Anything that's listed with just like numbers and A, B, C, those are videos that go with the notes that they're supposed to be taking. And then I or my TA will initial off on it. You'll notice 3 columns. Incomplete means that they started it but didn't finish it. Missing means they didn't start it at all. And then complete is when they have completed it. So all assignments, in order to get points, must be completed at some point, usually by the date that's listed at the bottom of the thing. And then you can see they get 10 points each. If they had a missing assignment and then complete it, they only get half. If they have an incomplete and complete, they still get full credit. So they need to at least start their assignments each night in order to still get full credit by the end of the chapter. So that's what the homework chart looks like. And that's what we have for homework. I'll talk more about that here in Google Classroom. So in Google Classroom, it looks something like this. This is my Google Classroom, but under classwork, theirs looks very similar. When I assign notes and stuff to them, the assignment looks like this. It has an assigned date, a due date, what they're supposed to be watching. It also has attached to it the worksheet, so if a student's absent, they can just print it off and then get it that way. Unless it's later in, they get the packet right at the beginning of the chapter, so they may not have to for most of the stuff. It's only if they're absent at the start of the chapter. Under this link, this takes them to my website, where I have under the check mark the answer key to all of the problems. So anytime I give notes that they do 2 problems and there are extra problems on it, they can find the answers here and check their work. They can also find the vocabulary if I didn't stick it in the video. Usually I do, though. So that's my website. The other thing you'll notice on the website is that I have my videos on the website as well. So if Edpuzzle isn't working right, they can always come here and watch the video so they can get their notes done and then go back later and run the Edpuzzle through. Go out of there. So that's where I put the materials. in case they need stuff. Edpuzzle itself is where I put the videos. All the videos that they need are there. If you have them click on view, you can see the points they received from watching the videos. It's always 1 point for every minute of a video. So this particular video is somewhere close to 15 minutes. I round up if it's past 14 and a half, and I round down if it's less than 15 and a half minutes. So that's the Edpuzzles. And then the other things you'll find in there are Delta Math. Our warm-ups are under Delta Math. There are other assignments in Delta Math. You can always have them open it up so you can see what the problems look like. Sometimes we have scavenger hunts and reviews and other things. This particular chapter, we have a project at the end. So it would be helpful if they're there on the day of the project because they need to participate with the project. So that's Google Classroom. The last things I need to touch on are supplies that are useful in this class. A 1-inch 3-ring binder so that they can hole punch their notes and keep their notes in it. A pencil, and then pins of more than one color, so that sometimes I do in my videos multiple colors and they can use the pins on top of the stuff to emphasize the colors for what I'm doing. The other thing that's useful for the class is graphing calculators. We do utilize Desmos, but the higher level courses require that they use the TI 83 and 84 or 84 for the AP tests and the IB tests. So it's useful for them to get the calculator now to learn how to use it so that they're able to use it for those tests in a year or two, in a couple years from now. Tutoring. I do tutoring in the morning before school between 6:50 and 8:20. I'm also in my room every day at lunch offering tutoring then as well. And at some point the school usually has tutoring in the library after school. They haven't announced any of that for this year, but they usually do that. It's usually headed up by one of the math teachers, and then they have honor students that sign up to do tutoring as well. How to check up on your student: you can email me, you can have them open up Google Classroom now that you've seen some of the things about it, and have them show you stuff, and then under Parent Portal as well. The scores go into Google Classroom first and then to Parent Portal second. So if they don't have a score in Parent Portal, have them check and show you in Google Classroom that the score is there if they're saying they did it. And then that just means I haven't rolled it into Parent Portal if it's there. If it's not in Google Classroom, that means it's not scored, and you can have them check with me, or you can check with me as well. I believe that's all I have for you. Thank you for coming to my class, and if you have any questions, this would be the time to ask them.